Hey everyone, welcome to My Rising Rose, where we channel dragons and deities to expand our consciousness while remaining grounded and ordinary in our humanity. Today I'm going to channel the white dragon, Thlian Deshan, for you to help to foster a greater sense of acceptance, and especially that sense of acceptance within core wounds. So learning how to channel this very positive, peaceful energy of acceptance, but doing that in a way that isn't denying the reality of the pain of certain parts of our psyche. So really threading the needle between light and dark, if you like. I just want to remind you, before I go into that the dragon medicine groups are running. We've got 3 groups that are running at the moment. And group 2 is going to be moving from the Lower Chakra Dragons to the Middle Chakra Dragons on the 22nd of October. And as you know, if you're familiar with my channel, that when we change from a group of dragons to another, so from the lower chakra to the middle chakra, or from the middle to the upper chakra dragons, then the doors to that group open again. So that means that new people can come in and other people can leave, and it's this kind of open situation, which means that if you want to start receiving the dragon medicine of the heart chakra dragon, the throat chakra dragon, and the third eye chakra dragon, then you can do that on the 22nd of October. So have a look at that. I'll put a link in the description below. Have a look into it, have a feel into it, see whether that's something that you resonate with, and then you can take that opportunity if it feels good to you. If finances are a struggle for you, there are some scholarship options. So you can email me about those scholarship options and I can let you know about them. So yeah, that's happening on the 22nd of October, that new opportunity in dragon medicine. So now what I'd like to do is just go straight into this channeling with the white dragon, Thlian Deshan. So I'm just tuning my consciousness in. Allowing myself to flow through Jack's body and mind. As I'm doing this, his mind is becoming quieter. He was a little agitated about something. But before I go into that, I am Thlian Deshan, Thlian Deshan, Thlian Deshan, white dragon of the rising rose, heavenly dragon. So I am a little bit like if an angel were also a dragon, or if one of these very peaceful, floating above the clouds kind of mystics was a dragon. I sometimes like to describe the layers of the city of heaven, or describe heaven as if it were a city, and to say that the outermost layer, so once you pass through the gate and you're in the city, that is the realm of the third eye chakra dragon, Saithwete. And then if you advance further into the city, you come across the palace at the center of the city. This is the realm of Ishmikal, who is the crown chakra dragon. And then if you enter into the palace and then go to the center of the palace where the throne room is, that's where you find me, Lian Deshan. So I'm in the center of the city of heaven. Of course, I don't mean this literally. I'm just using an analogy to help you understand who I am. Because as you understand that, then you can start to feel that. And one of the reasons why this analogy of a city isn't very useful is because it makes it seem like it's something outside of yourself, when it isn't. So the throne room that I'm talking about, that I inhabit, is the throne room of your own heart. So in a sense, it's so close, so intimate, so immediate, it could never ever be outside of you. But it seems that way for much of the time, and because it seems that way, then it becomes manifest like that. So the throne room may be your own heart, but if you haven't realized that, then your life does not live in accord with that realization, because that realization is yet to bloom. So I'm coming here as an ambassador of your own heart, to remind you of your own throne. I'm using some flowery words to point to it. My words are not the most important thing here. The energy that I'm offering you now is really the most important thing. Now, there are parts of you that feel very distant from this heavenly city. Parts of you that are crying out in pain. And it's to those parts that I really speak today. It's those parts that I wish to be with. To be with. Why am I emphasizing that? It's a little bit of a cliche at this point for many of you on this spiritual path, because it's so easy to say these words, and so many authentic and inauthentic teachers have said these words. In fact, it's become quite part of the ordinary cultural parlance to say, oh, be with it, be with your pain, to the point of it becoming rather cliche and insincere. much of the time. It's very easy to say it, be with your pain. How many people, when they're saying that, are actually doing it? How many? For if you truly are with your pain starts to alchemize. So take this opportunity now to locate the part of you that feels in pain. Maybe it's an old wound from childhood. Maybe it doesn't even have a specific memory. Maybe there's just something aching inside. You don't have to go dredging through those memories. You don't have to intellectually understand them. That's a very often unnecessarily painful path. Maybe necessary at times. Yet in general, my encouragement to you is to move more in the direction I'm speaking of right now, where you do not need to just relive and get stuck in that pain, but instead simply feel it. Now, when I say feel it, what I mean is be aware of it, bring your mind to it, feel the sensation. Might feel a bit unpleasant, might feel very unpleasant, uncomfortable. Do what you're able to. Give yourself breaks if you need to. You're in control. You are the powerful, autonomous being here. And simply be with that pain. Now, I don't mean be with that pain in this sense, like a clenched fist, like forcing yourself to tightly be around it. I mean it in a soft way. Like an open palm. And you're being with it. And it flows through you like water. Maybe at first it's not so simple as that. Maybe it feels tight. Maybe it feels can't quite get there. That's okay. Be with that feeling. If it feels frustrating or you feel blocked, be with that feeling. Be with whatever comes. You're allowed to be frustrated. I'm doing this right now in Jack's body to be there alongside you. I can feel the various different subconscious frustrations and tightnesses and everything inside of his system. So you're simply there with it. You're aware of it. You're softly holding it in your awareness. You're softly holding it in your awareness. You're not trying to control it. And if you notice a part of you that's kind of tense, Jack's feeling that in the back of his neck here, this kind of constriction of like, I need to control the pain. Then allow, what you do is you just lean back a little bit. Energetically, I mean. Lean back a little bit. And then you start noticing that part of you that's trying to control this. And then you're just aware of that part of you. It's totally okay that that's there. It's completely allowed. You are allowed to desire control. Simply be aware of it. Notice it. Be the loving presence around it. Let it flow. Give it permission to flow. Paradoxically, or maybe even logically, when you stop attempting to control starts to relax. You shift in your identification. So you shift from I am control, or the need for control, or the perceived lack of control, or whatever that may be. I am that negative, tight feeling, to I am the loving, spacious presence that is aware of that tight feeling. And then who you are has just changed. And because your identity has shifted, you aren't in pain so much. You may be aware of the pain, but somehow it doesn't feel as bad anymore. Somehow it just moves. And that's really all you have to do. Just a bit at a time, and you don't have to force yourself to do this. You can notice the part of you that's tense and trying to force yourself to do this. You're in the sweet spot when everything feels spacious and peaceful and relaxed. There may be an awareness of tightness and pain within that spaciousness. That's completely fine. You don't need to resist that at all. Just allow that to flow through. I'm not saying all these things literally as they're happening in Jack's body, by the way, just to make that very clear. He is going on this journey with you. He is not above all of this. So my encouragement to you is to continue to do this and see how this helps. Explore it. Return to this video when you need to. Just allow yourself to give yourself a break, to step away from those unconscious identifications and remember yourself as this spacious presence of peace. And just a quick one from me today, and I wish you well and see you soon.